Hello everyone, here today in this video I would like to talk a little bit about using notes and while practicing language, let's say in like a chat room and whatnot. Use your notes, refer back to your notes and all the notes that you've taken before practicing the chat room. Now I had this conversation with a student of mine the other day, and he told me that he said he feels uncomfortable sometimes. Well, he reluctant on using his notes while in the chat room. I think that you guys have to, when you're in a chat room, like you can't expect to, when you learn something, you can't expect for it all to stick right away. You have to use that stuff in the chat room, and you're going to have to refer back to your notes until it sticks completely. So there's nothing wrong with referring back to your notes. You can use your notes. I think I mentioned this before. While you're in a chat room, have your whatever you learned, the stuff you learned, new stuff you learned, have your notes out. Have it out on your desk or whatnot, and just refer back to it. If you forget something, there's something you forgot, then just go back and refer to that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you have to do that in order for it to stick completely. Now, after you use it after you use it so many times, you won't have to. Of course, you won't have to do that anymore. That's just like when I first started learning. Let's say, well, any language. When I first started on a language, I'm a beginner in a language. I still, the notes. I'll take my notes, and I will still have to refer back to those notes and use the stuff I learned, because I don't, I wouldn't remember it. So I would have to use it, keep using it until it sticks. So I would do that. And learning keyboards, if you don't use the map online for learning keyboards, you can kind of construct your own keyboard, A to Z. Write each letter of the alphabet, and then while you're using it, you have to look off of it. I mean, it's the same as using notes. It's just after after using it so many times, then you start getting used to it. So it's like there's nothing wrong with that. So I think that's a problem with a lot of people, especially those people who study languages in school. They have like that same mentality that they say, well, I'm kind of reluctant on going out trying to practice my language skill because I'm not sure if I'll remember this, remember that. I mean, if you're stuck, you got to get out of that box, because if you're in that box thinking that way, you're not going to be a successful language learner. I mean, you may be successful maybe 10 years or 15 years later, but like in a shorter period of time, you're not going to be successful because the way you're thinking, you kind of like you're limiting yourself, and you just in place running. You just running in place. You're not moving forward. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with using notes. I mean, I do it all the time, especially a language that I'm not really a language that I haven't, like, let's say I just started learning a language yesterday, and I go to a chat room. I'm not going to remember everything. I will remember a lot of stuff, but there may be some phrases or some type of phrase or whatever it is I may not remember, so I will have to refer back to that and then use it. And you see, after I use it 10, 15 times, and I'll remember it, I won't have to look off that paper again. So it's like, yeah, that's how it works. So those of you, I'm pretty sure a lot of you know, this is probably something basic you probably already know about, but you'd be surprised. There are a lot of people out there, they think this way. So you guys got to get outside the box and not limit yourself. You got to keep flowing. You got to keep on flowing, keep it flowing, and the more you flow, the better you're going to get in the language. So you got to keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I had this conversation yesterday with a student of mine, and I told him to use his notes, all the notes he takes in the session. If you don't remember, you go to a chat room, look off those notes. I would encourage all of you to do that. Look off those notes until you get used to, to that stuff sticks and you don't have to use it anymore. So it works, and yeah, it works for me, and I'm pretty sure it worked for you guys. So that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to share that with you guys, and if you guys have any questions and suggestions on what you got, concerning that, I'll be glad to see those, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for viewing the video.